Your blind spot.
Rat King is dead, and we are now starting Abby day 3. And this area starts out with Tommy Sniper. And this very first spot, we want to walk back here, not because of this quarter, but there is a 2x4. Not a great melee weapon, but it will come in handy in a little bit. Of course, very shortly after, there are pills. And not for this chapter, but again, we're doing a little bit of planning ahead. That's when we're on the island. I really recommend getting a faster prone movement if you can get it. It won't be necessarily critical, but almost every encounter on the island will eventually involve being prone in grass. And this will make things a lot easier for you. So that's basically what I suggest. Okay, another note is once we enter the water here, there will be some flamethrower fuel on the back of this truck here. There's more coming up as well. Oops, press square. We just got the flamethrower. There's unfortunately not going to be any more use for it outside of an upcoming encounter here because there's not that much infected after this point in time. So we'll make sure that it goes out with a bang. Okay, we're now entering the Tommy Sniper section. And I do want to point out just a couple of small things. It's a pretty scripted sort of sequence here. But it is also a place where you can get one shot if you make one small wrong turn. Things to effectively look out for are places that you can go prone and also underwater. So I kind of zigzag around and there's like a car here. So I'll just like dodge out of the way and get to this car. But Tommy's on the bridge up straight ahead. Now this feels like a big gap, but the game is kind of built. There's really nowhere else to go. So they know that you're supposed to do this. And there's Tommy's really bright flashlight. Not sure why he's using a flashlight during the day. Same idea here. We need to dodge and then duck. And then while crouch, we can squeeze through here. Okay. Now, this upcoming section is where we're going to go prone. Okay. So yeah, we can basically go up here behind this truck. And it kind of looks like we're stuck. But yeah, if you didn't recognize that you could go prone here, then you probably end up dying. But there's some nice pavement here that's giving us some cover. And just stay prone all the way around until here. And now, this isn't immediately obvious, but you can go prone underneath this truck. Swim underneath it. Accidentally reloaded there. Oops. Yeah, under this truck. And then there will be a taxi coming up here. So just keep holding forward. Keep holding forward here. And then Abby will kind of come up like automatically, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe after her breath runs out, she'll stand up. So, but anyway, you can see the taxi right there. Now, Manny's way over there, but we can actually go inside this ambulance because there are some things that we can grab. Okay. And once you grab that, kind of like point yourself out here. Go prone. Again, we have a little bit of prone cover here, which looks like it disappears, but now we'll be underwater. It's a little bit difficult to navigate underwater, but there's the truck, there's some raised pavement. You just want to aim for the ramp right in between. So kind of line up, and then once you're prone, just hold forward. Okay, you'll see the tilted pavement, but there's no need to stand up on yourself. Like Abby will do that automatically. So just keep holding forward, because if you do stand up too early, then you can die. So here you go. So Abby will get up automatically. So there's no finesse to that. Just make sure you point the camera forward at the very start so you know where you're going. Same thing with this. Even though I tilt the camera here, you can see Abby still holds the cart straight like this, and I'm just holding forward and run. I'm not going to press circle to get off. I'm not pressing triangle. Abby will get off automatically and just run straight in, and we're safe. So again, that's another area where you don't need to juggle, like how come Abby isn't doing anything if I'm pushing any buttons. Just hold forward and run, and she'll hold the crate in the correct place. Okay, so we just entered this area, and there is more flamethrower fuel. So grab that and go ahead and reload. Also, importantly, to practice this section, this is the point where you'd want to make a save file and load to go through this section a couple of times, okay? Just so that's most representative of a permadeath setting. Okay. So we picked up all this flamethrower fuel, and the reason is we can use that here. It's actually a really good place to use it, and there's really no infected fights coming up afterward. So this will be the last suggested place that we use the flamethrower. Okay, and the idea here is we do have quite a bit, but not enough to just fully take out all the infected. So some of the runners, especially, the reason we picked up this 2x4 is what we'll do is we'll stun them a little bit and then smack them. Okay, and that'll be enough to take a couple of them out. So the flamethrower stuns, like it stunned Rat King before, but we can also stun some of the littler infected. Okay, so we do also need to juggle Tommy a bit, and this section is in 3 phases, and it will be a kill all in the first 2 phases, and the last one will be a run through. And the reason we do a run through, and there's some very strict timing, so we'll have to be careful with it. I think it's probably the easiest and most effective way to get through. Okay. So this first phase has 2 infected, and the first thing we want to do is go over to this car, and there will be stairs that we want to run to. But first we need to wait for a shot from Tommy. There we go, and then run. Don't go up the stairs though. We want to just be right in this corner, and Manny will typically distract and kill one of them. Sometimes we'll get lucky, he'll do 2. That was definitely a weird one right there. Just to show you, weird things can happen, but typically Manny will get 1. You'll see a runner go over here, and they'll get focused on Manny. And for the other runner, you do want to stand back here to get a stun with the flamethrower and before smacking them, because what will happen is sometimes you'll stun them like where this white line is, and then you'll end up over here. But if we stand like over here, you'll notice Tommy starts shooting us. But yeah, if we go out too far here, Tommy will 1-shot kill us. At least he does on Grounded. Okay. Now, I said to not go up the stairs because if we go up the stairs even just like a little bit, and these 2 infected are still alive, then there's infected on the 2nd level that will wake up. Like they're still sleeping right now. I'm not really sure how, but they are. Now, it's okay if you do accidentally wake them up. Don't worry about it, because you're still going to handle them effectively in the same way. But we can do something to make it go a little bit easier if they're not alerted. Okay? So like I said, they're not alerted. See, yeah, they're all sleeping here. Okay? And just like before, there's a safe spot right here. And you don't want to venture, like, you don't want to get too close to the edge of the shadow. It's the same, like, triangular shape, right? I mean, Tommy, you can see his flashlight like, right out there. So we can't get beyond that. So this is the safe area, and you'll see that I'll mostly be in this corner to take out the infected of the 2nd wave. What you can do, if things get too hairy, like you see infected running here, also Manny isn't distracting them well enough, you can kind of run backwards down here and just use the flamethrower, use this area as a choke point, okay? Now, this game is scripted in a way, it's supposed to be like a very scary place. You're obviously getting sniped, but they also try to flood you with infected. Manny is actually very damn useful here. He does some good work. When they first get alerted though, what they try to do is send the clicker. Typically, and it's kind of random, but they typically try to send the clicker to Manny and the rest of the runners to you because they're easier to handle. However, if we stun the clicker with a headshot using this, then the runners will run to Manny, and Manny can take out the runners much quicker than he can a clicker. So, what I like to do, and this will be really easy if you have a scope, okay? But I like to get a headshot here, and I totally missed. See if I can get him again. No, that wasn't a headshot. Okay, well, getting a headshot there is ideal. But the rest, what you want to do is stand back in this corner. I stunned the clicker enough right there that the runners are going to Manny anyway. Look at that, he already took out 2. We only took out 1. Finally, our NPC friends are doing really good work. But yeah, we want to stand in this corner, and when they get a little bit close, that's when you want to hit them with flames and then smack them. It's like a half second of hitting them with a flamethrower. Okay, like half second. Okay, the clicker got a little bit close on me. That's something that you'll kind of want to watch out for. Sorry, I bumped my mic. So yeah, they got a little bit close, but that's something you'll want to to keep in mind that there are multiple infected. Unfortunately, Manly only got two runners that time. If I got that first headshot, it probably would have gone a little bit better, but bad things can happen. But the basic idea is that we have a lot of flamethrower, and that's it for the suggested use. I didn't use that much, okay? I didn't use that much flamethrower, so you could even just keep hitting them with the flamethrower and probably kill them all if you wanted to, okay? So now we're in phase 3. This will be a run through, and now we have to start juggling Tommy, okay? And first off, you see his flashlight's off. Whenever Tommy's flashlight is off, that means that we can run, okay? And we can't just run. Typically, we can't run up multiple cars except for the strat that I'm about to show you, because Tommy will switch over and start shooting the infected to distract them. So that kind of gives us like a small window, but where I want to run to is this van right here, okay? So he'll shoot, flashlight turns on, and we want to stand right on this logo. See, there's his flashlight right there. He's shooting more frequently. If I stepped out at any moment, it would be a one-shot kill. Now it's off. Now he's shooting slowly. Okay. The basic idea here is I have a bottle out just in case, because sometimes a runner might surprise me. So I might need to get a lock-on toss while running. But the idea is I'm going to run up and crouch in front of this car. Tommy will shoot as I crouch. I'm going to wait for one more shot from Tommy. And once I hear that shot, I'm going to book it as fast as I can past the rest of those cars. And there's a column right there. I'll go to like the left of that column eventually, because I'll be occluded from Tommy by some concrete coming up. Okay, so I'll try to like talk this out loud. This is timing critical, by the way. So you really need to like listen for Tommy's shot. Okay, so I'm gonna wait for one more shot here. I'll go up here, one shot, two shot, and then run. Second shot, run. That's how I get like a lock-on throw. I didn't really need it there, but that's why I have it just in case. And this is the path. We do this, run all the way here. And all the poor infected can't make it across. That's always fun to see. But try that. If you try that run like a couple times, just listen for that second shot with Tommy after being in front of that car, then you'll be completely safe. So now we have to chase down Tommy here.
Couldn't have gone far.
So just to sort of show you, it's very similar. You effectively can like dodge and do things. First off, Tommy's hiding, but he is definitely there. You just want to take things like one step at a time, climb, be behind cover, okay? Wait for Tommy to disappear. It's kind of like he has the flashlight on right now. So he's gone. We run up here and then crouch, one cover at a time. But now Manny's gonna trigger when it's safe to go. He'll run out and start shooting. Okay, and when you see Manny running towards Tommy, you can run. We're good up here. There's this column immediately. Don't follow Manny. Just be right here. And then once Tommy runs, it's safe to go. Okay. Then we get over to the escalator. Just be crouched right here, because sometimes you can get shot if you're just running down here. I'm gonna climb over. And just, you know, try to keep things like, you see where he's shooting right there? Just keep the, I mean, this is obvious stuff. But you just keep the columns between you and him. That's an area that we can squeeze through while crouched. Similarly, a place to go prone. And there's really nothing much else to do right here. Just kind of look out for Tommy. Okay, make sure there's a column between you and him. And just wait him out. That's it. Very simple area. Okay? And that's pretty much it. I'll cover a little bit in here of places where you can get shot, but it's honestly pretty simple. So the simplest way to get through this area, just don't stand up. That's literally the only tip here. There's stuff that you can grab, but as long as you're not standing, you'll be fine. You don't need to look around or anything else. And even after you get to this point, you can stand up, but just stay crouched. There's 2 doors, but you don't have to do anything else with Tommy, okay? Just do this, just run outside, and the chapter's over. That's it.